Secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about
Hello everybody, and welcome yet again to Uncomfortably Romantic. As always, I'm your host, Gunsage, and today we are playing Sakura Agent. A little bit of a not so necessary backstory before I get started on this. I am a huge fan of Humble Bundle. I buy a lot of their stuff all the time, and there was one game I wanted, and it was Sakura Dungeon, which is actually a pretty fun little dungeon crawler. In order to get it, I had to buy the whole fucking bundle, and I haven't gotten around to playing these games, so I literally have no idea what I'm in store for. Should be interesting. Let's get started. I feel a foot prodding me as I lie in bed. Disgruntled, I turn over, trying my best to ignore it. However, the prodding does not stop. Ooh, it doesn't, eh? I slowly open my eyes to see who is disturbing my sleep. Come on, Akira! Get up! Now! Alright. I let out a loud yawn and slowly stretch myself out. Okay. The knots of muscle on my shoulder unwind slowly. What does my acute assistant want with me today? Or want today? Okay. It's not me. They want to see you at HQ today. HQ does, hey? Hey? It'll be just a quick check on my current status. Doing a couple of incidents where I so happened to get distracted by... they had to assign someone to keep me on track. That person was Kimiko. It's hard to believe, but we've been together for years. Hurry up, get dressed already. Alright. Hey, not in front of me. But you're my assistant, right? You really are shameless. On the plus side, it's really fun to tease Kimiko. And she's attractive too, I must say. Plump in all the right places. Yeah, she's got a fat head. She'll give in to my charms one day, well, I'm sure. You're adorable when you get angry like that. Yeah, until she throws a fucking vase at your face. There you go again, saying things like that. Anyway, what's for breakfast? I cooked it a long time ago. Why don't we prepare some more right now? That's not the way that works. Akira, we don't have time for that. There's always time to have something to eat. She walks out of the room for a moment. Kimiko! She comes back with a plate. You can have the burnt toast then. The fuck is that? Two dark slabs which resemble charcoal more than food that are presented before me. It should be enough for you to start the day. I'm not eating charcoal! Well, this is the only thing we have on such short notice. You mean you burn your toast and you're giving me it? Well, you want to eat right now. So here is your food. Kimiko can be a little bit of a sadist when she wants to be. Alright. I take the plate for her and shovel the burnt toast into my mouth. Akira, you weren't actually supposed to eat it. Ignoring her, I continue to chew on it. With great effort, I manage to swallow it. Not the worst meal I've had, actually. You really are something else, Akira. One more thing like that, and I'm gonna register a complaint. What? While a complaint really would be a problem for me, she never seems to actually go through with it. When she actually does, it'll probably catch me completely off guard. Hey, I'm an agent, aren't I? What's a little burnt toast compared to the things we face every day together? She just shakes her head. Well, you better hurry up then, or I'm leaving without you. Well, why would you leave without me? You have to bring me along if you want to begin your report. Kimiko just shakes her head. Just hurry up. It's a fairly long walk to HQ from where we are. I like to take my time too, much to Kimiko's regret. She's practically dragging me toward it. Come on, hurry up. We're gonna be running late. I don't really mind if we do. That's the kind of attitude that landed you and me in this mess. Am I really so much of a burden? I just give a shrug. Oh well, like it or not, this is me! Oh, you can always work on improving your flaws as a person. It's very important, Akira. Alright, I'll do that later, maybe. Procrastination is another flaw you need to work on. I'll do it eventually. She just sighs. Maybe I should change the topic. So, has there been any major incursions lately? None reported yet. It's been an unusually quiet week. Maybe they finally took the hint and stayed in whatever weird dimension they call home. I swear, I hate dealing with extra dimensionals. What? Then why did you choose this job? Free trips around the world? And the possibilities of meeting many women. Your face is getting perverted again. How does that work? Did I just go, like, what the fuck? I know exactly what you're thinking. You do, huh? And you're dressed like that. Okay, cool. Tell me then. Why should I tell you when we both already know? Kimiko, while she obviously has a bit of an obstruction to my little side adventures, she's fun company to have around. Wow, around. Even when I'm not sneaking a glance at her thighs. No matter what way I head on her, it's water off a duck's back. I have a good mind to put in a bad word for you. But you have a bad mind. A dirty one, just like me. Do not drag me down to the depths of your perversion. Ha ha ha! Try and stop me! She gets all pouty at me. You're getting a formal complaint from me. Okay, I'll reel it in. Unfortunately, I'm on a tight leash at the moment. Ooh, you like that, huh? Kimiko seems to tolerate most of my teasing, but I am actually worried that she might file a formal complaint about my behavior. My one saving grace is that I perform really well out in the field, despite getting distracted fairly easily. Squirrel! We should be arriving at HQ soon anyway. You remember the way, right? Of course I do. We pass through the shopping district, take a right past the park, and enter through the back door, yeah we do, of what appears to be an abandoned factory. I gotta say, this is pretty fucking boring so far. As soon as we slip through the secret entrance, we hear alarms going off. There seems to be some commotion around here. There are people hurrying all over the place. Looks like we'll have to worry about your interview later. There must be an incursion happening right now. If it's just an incursion, there wouldn't be this many people panicking. Whatever this is, it appears to be on a much bigger scale. Let's head to the briefing room for now. Agreed. Now's not a good time to look silly, then. This all sounds like it's fairly serious. Arriving at the briefing room, I see multiple incursions on the city map. In fact, more and more of them are popping up right now. So many. No wonder it's been so quiet. Yeah, I cannot help but frown. More and more dots appear on the map as everyone looks up on it. Keeping this invasion a secret is going to be pretty hard. There are invasions at these locations, really. The species is an entangler class entity. Yes, entity. Oh no! Not space squids again! Oh, and they're so naughty tentacles. They're like a ball of course, they're like a ball of tentacles which molest any girl unfortunate enough to get near them. Nasty little things. Quite frankly, you should at least buy a girl tender before you get stuff like that. Okay. So I guess we better go out and deal with these incursions. Well, someone has to do it. Kimiko looks determined today. Alright. You know, maybe don't send the female agents out into the field if you know they do. If that happens, but we know where this is going. This is peak hour. but we've managed to evacuate everyone from here. Tanglers usually come out at night, so this is the only time we'll be able to hunt them down with this sexy saxophone music. I take a moment to check my gun. This is my rifle! This is my gun! It should be high enough caliber to put these damn squids to rest. Are you ready, Kimiko? Ready. Oh, sure, with that same outfit on. Unfortunately, these slippery little creatures don't usually come out of their hiding places. Unless they see a woman. So, for better or worse, we have to use Kimiko as bait. Sorry about this. The mere idea of having those things touch you is disgusting to me, but I'll watch from a distance like this. It's okay, Akira. I knew full well what I would have to go through when I joined this agency. So don't worry. We'll lure them out with no trouble at all. I can only hope we do. I know you hate entanglers, but we have to do our best today, okay? I know. While I'd dispose of these things myself without too much trouble, it's kind of nice to have an assistant to help out with it. Alright, are you ready? She nods with determination. All so slowly, she walks out into the open. For a few minutes, nothing seems to change. It's eerily quiet. Except for that saxophone. Kimiko, do you see anything? I call her over the comms. Weird. Normally, they would come out by now. Something isn't right. She looks around her. You're right. This doesn't feel like we're the only ones setting a trap. Rather, we're the ones being lured into a trap. That's exactly it. Maybe you should try enticing them with a different dress. I'm not gonna do something like that here. No one's watching. Fine. If I know what dress she would put on, it would be that one. Done. You really are getting better with that ability of yours. Please be quiet. It's always such a nervous wait when she does this. We do this. But the fact that none of them have appeared makes me even more nervous. The last thing I need is for my partner to be molested by one of these space squids. If you're not feeling safe, retreat back to cover. We'll work out another plan. She begins to slowly back off, away from the open street. Bit by bit, the tension in the air begins to build. You could slice it with a knife. I hear the sound of something squishing with a pop out of something. Damn, it's an entangler! Or entangler. Kimiko's voice comes over the comms. Kimiko! I rush out to see what's going on. You ruined my clothes! I'll just keep it here for a second so you can enjoy this. Ruined is hardly the word I would use to describe it. In fact, it might just be an improvement. Those really are some cute panties she's wearing. And I love the way the torn material exposes her chest more. Okay. Yes, this is an absolutely perfect addition to the dress. I'm sure it is. Still, though, it was an entangler that did it. Oh, that ruins it. A deep frown forms on her face as I see something begin to materialize in her hand. I bet you do. It's her gun, oh. She begins opening fire on the entangler. Pew pew! It quickly dissolves underneath the barrage of white, hot projectiles. I jump in and watch her back. I bet you do! There's more of them coming this way. Got it! Together, the two of us stand back to back, firing as more and more entanglers begin to emerge from the shadows. Whoever shoots more of them has to shout, "Lunch tomorrow." As if I'm going to lose to you. Kimiko may seem sweet and innocent enough. I didn't really pick up on that, but okay. Once she gets her blood up, she's a devil in a shootout. We don't stop. We keep moving and shooting. Damn squids everywhere! How can there be so many of them appearing at once? I guess it doesn't really matter right now. The important thing is to dispose of all these damn creatures! I've gotten about 7 of them so far. Really? I'm on 10. You're such a liar. I just shrug. We can do the counting after we're done here. I don't know where these entanglers came from, nor why they only target girls. But the last thing I want is any of those nasty things touching any women on my world. So I will hunt every single one of them to the ends of the earth. Bit by bit, their numbers begin to dwindle. Even though they're repulsive creatures, I know they aren't stupid. They're probably hiding away after seeing their comrades fall in such large numbers. I turned to look at Kimiko for a moment. Gee, I wonder where. I like your panties, by the way. Why do you have to say something like that now? She gets a little flustered. So I can win her bet. Akira, you're going to get a formal complaint. Sure I will. Dots. More dots. Yet even more dots. We've cleaned up the incursion for the most part. Kimiko's already repaired her clothes. So, it looks like it was a tie. Oh well. The important thing is we got rid of them and everyone is safe. So, since it's a tie, why don't we go half and half? Sure, why not? You got a deal. Great! Where do you want to eat? Right about there. We'll work that out later. We still have to go through that interview, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh well, after then. You know, it's always really interesting to see that ability of yours. She's able to form solid objects from nothing! It's also rather convenient when she has to repair certain things, like clothes. Actually, no, it's inconvenient. Now I can't see your panties! I guess that's why the agency picked me. They do tend to go for people with unusual powers. But there's people like you too, Akira. Even though you have a lot of personality flaws, that doesn't mean you need a special power. Hey, it's not like I have an inferiority complex or anything. So you don't need to butter me up. She shakes her head. I really mean it. You're kind of a pain when it comes to day-to-day stuff, but there's no one better around when you need someone to watch your back. Aw, you're gonna make me blush down there. But thanks, I guess. You're welcome. Anyway, so what did you want to do for lunch? Can we go to that place that serves the spicy barbecue ribs? Your love for gigantic stacks of ribs is going to be your undoing, Kimiko. She likes the meat! After all, you might become fat. Her face turns pale as I say that. Fat? I'm allergic to fat! What the fuck? Don't tease me about that, Akira. Hey, I was only joking! You had better have been. Anyway, we should head back for now. Since we had to wait till nightfall, your interview will be tomorrow. Yeah, no problem. You will put in a good word for me, right? We will see! Now you're starting to make me nervous. Well, someone has to keep you on your toes, Akira. After all, we wouldn't want you to go back to how you were before. What? Do you even remember if you ever turned up on time to work before we partnered up? I probably didn't, actually. Two of us quietly talk as we walk out of that busy district. It's not busy! You evacuated the whole fucking city! Whatever. Oh, look, I got an achievement first mission. Well then, Kimiko's reports have been rather consistent. And the results cannot be denied. Increased productivity, showing up to work on time. No side adventures, to use terminology that you used to share with us all the time. The board member nods to himself. I think that this arrangement has proven to be a good influence on you. However, I would like to remind you that we cannot afford any loose cannons in this agency. Oh, I'll keep it in my pants. If Kimiko reports even the slightest thing off, then you know what will happen. You're gonna steal my penis? I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm well aware. Total mind-scrubbing and reassignment to a mundane office job where they can keep an eye on me. Oh, well that kinda sucks. Not the nicest thing that could happen to someone for sure. Well then, Akira. Meeting adjourned. I cannot help but let out a sigh of relief as I leave that room. Yeah, that would be a step above burn notice. Not to say that I'm the sort of guy who wavers when faced with adversity, but damn. board members in there could cut steel with their gazes alone. Ching! Something, I don't know. Kimiko appears again. It went well, I take it. Well enough, I guess. There won't be any mind scrubbing in the near future? That's good, then. It would really be a waste to mind scrub you. I think so, too. I was trying to be nice to you. You used it to boost your ego. Hey, being nice isn't gonna fry space squids when they come wriggling out of... dots. Come to think of it, has anyone worked out where those things come from yet? They say another dimension. Well, that much is apparent. But what kind of dimension exactly? And they don't look that smart. I just shrug. I guess it doesn't matter too much. The important thing is I get to keep my mind in its current state. Working for an agency that covers up or disposes of anything deemed too abnormal for the public eye sure has its downsides. Does it? So how about that lunch? Sounds good to me. The district looks a lot different during the day. Kimiko is eagerly digging into the massive pile of ribs in front of her. These ribs are the best! I don't know why it's ribs she orders every time. Takes my eyes off her. Jesus. If I take my eyes off her for a second, all that will remain of her ribs is a pile of bones. Well, that's what ribs are, but okay. I ended up ordering something very simple. Come on, Akira. You need to eat more than just a plain old bowl of rice in your diet. But I like plain rice. Just because you like something doesn't mean you should only eat that thing you like. You can talk, Kimiko. I stare at the gigantic pile of bones on her plate. What? It's nothing, don't worry. Anyway, you should really learn to broaden your horizons. It's a weird dynamic that we've settled into. While she's technically only my assistant, it's more like a partnership than anything. She constantly pushes me to improve my lifestyle. You have to eat better, you have to show to work on time, you have to stop looking at those girls that way. Hey, it's nice to have someone that worries about you. Hey Akira, are you listening to me? Oh, right, sorry. I got lost in my own thoughts there. Damn it, Akira. Why are you such an airhead? I didn't think my head was full of air. Honestly, it's kinda cute when she starts calling me names, like dickhead or shitbag. It's like she's trying hard to insult me but falls flat, unlike these. She just shrugs. Maybe I could hit you on the head and see if it rings hollow. I don't think that'll be necessary. Perhaps it is. Say, want to stay a little longer? Eh? A little longer? What are you looking at? Yeah, we're on high alert, but we don't have to stay at HQ necessarily. Why don't we spend a little longer out on the town? Dots. A small smile forms on her face. That's not a smile. Okay, that's a smile. I would love to, Akira! It's kind of weird, but somehow she's really growing on me. I guess all I can do is wait and see what happens from here. Probably more dialogue. Suddenly, we begin to hear the sound of people panicking. Akira! Don't worry, I'm on it. I quickly check my pada. There appears to be an incursion happening right now! We'd better move right away. Whatever this thing is, it looks like a big one. Right! She nods at me. Oh, but first, Akira, what could be so important that we need to wait? I walk up to the front counter. I just want to pay for our meals first. But you said that we're gonna split it! Just let me do it this time. You can shout next time, okay? Why are they saying shout? That's reasonable. We couldn't just leave without paying. I'm a law-abiding citizen after all. That out of the way, we hurry toward the source of the incursion. Kimiko already has her gun out. I bet she does. Shoot first, ask questions later. What are you doing being a squid? Got it. A number of tiny black holes dot across the sky. Out of them come small, dark creatures. Ah, they're gremlins! I hate gremlins! All the more reason to start firing. Together, the two of us begin taking them down. But for every one we shoot, two more seem to pop up. Damn, there's a lot more of them than I was expecting. Don't worry, we just need to shot more of them. Yeah, we really do. It seems like such an obvious solution. Just keep shooting them until they run out of numbers. But that doesn't seem to be working this time. Despite our perfect aim, we find ourselves pushed back. The gremlin swarm begins to swell our with numbers. In fact, they're beginning to fill the streets to the brim! Damn it, I only have my gun on me. I don't have any equipment to deal with an incursion of this size at the moment. Kimiko looks like she's struggling to stand her ground too. This is looking pretty bad. Actually, this is looking really bad. Akira. Yeah, I know. The two of us know for sure we aren't going to be able to hold this off by ourselves. We're going to need more firepower. We might need to call for back. I trial off. As I hear something boom in the distance. The gremlin horde freezes as the sound echoes through the streets. What is that? Good question. Boom, boom, boom. Something powerful is coming this way. I didn't see any breach big enough for a large creature to emerge from. But whatever it is, it's coming closer to us. We're gonna need a bigger gun! Sounds like a personal problem. Just leave it to me! Oh, well. As Kimiko begins to materialize something bigger, however, a sudden explosion in front of us causes all the gremlins to go flying. What the hell? A huge cloud of debris blocks my vision for a moment. It's then that someone else comes into view. Oh, well, alright then. A strange-looking woman is resting her foot atop one of the gremlins. Her tattered jeans barely cover anything at all, giving an unobstructed view of her pates. Her plump thighs push out against the places where one chain leg is torn. I promise I'm reading and not staring at this. The other leg is completely gone. What's even more striking is the tiny top which barely covers her chest. That's not really a top, but okay. As she stands there taking in deep breaths, I can't help but watch as her chest heaves up and down. It'd be better if it was animated. Akira, what are you looking at? A very fine pair. That's what I'm looking at. Stop it, right now. Kimiko seems to get really mad at me. What, I'm not allowed to say what's on my mind? You were the one who asked what I was looking at. You aren't actually supposed to answer it. Why is she so mad all of a sudden? I just shrug it off. You there! The strange-looking girl turns back to me. Who are you? I'm me! Dots. Well, me, what is your name? Me! This is just going to go around and around in circles unless I ask some proper questions. Do you know what these things are? Maybe? How'd you stop them? I hit them until they stopped moving! You're saying that you did this with your bare hands? Yep. Dots. She must be one of those kinds of people. I'm guessing her power is of normal strength. Definitely not the kind of person I could take on right now. She doesn't look like she's an extra-dimensional, so I think I better call HQ and ask for more information. Well, just stay there for a moment. But before I can act, she disappears in the streets. Just like this game. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Don't get me wrong, the artwork's really nice. The story is just really shitty. Oh my god, this game. I'm just gonna save. Why not? I might feel like busting out some achievements later or something. Well, that was Sakura Agent. I hope you got something out of this. I fucking well didn't. It's got okay music. It's got good artwork. What I would do is just click over and over again until you get all the achievements. Because it doesn't even seem like there's any paths or choices or anything that you make in the game. And, yeah, they have a gallery, so once you're done with that, you can just view all the half-naked shit. Or, there's probably a patch for it where you can get all the completely naked shit, because Steam likes to censor shit, so there you go. Fuck it. Anyway, that was Sakura Agent for my Uncomfortably Romantic Valentine's Day special. That was pretty fucking uncomfortable. I certainly hope you've enjoyed, and as always, you stay awesome. Hey guys, thank you once again for watching. You stay awesome. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos just like this one.
Secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays kids more worried